Hey guys, I'm back. For today's video, I took some time to sit down and come up with what would be the most frustrating thing to play against in League of Legends. My immediate thought was Janna. Then I thought, what could I do to make her even more cancerous than she already is? After some time, and some help from a friend, we came up with the topic of this video, 7 Shield Janna. This time, instead of your team reporting you for playing something eye-bleedingly awful, it's going to be the enemy team reporting you for giving them the most stressful game of their entire league career. By all rights, this should be played support, but support is for people who enjoy being domestically abused, so I'm going to play it mid, and since support players literally live off welfare checks, you'll never be able to afford full build. According to Riot Support, the average size of a gold coin is about the same as a quarter. Assuming that the coin is pure gold, it would weigh around 15.63 grams. With the average prices of gold in the United States being $37 per gram, a single gold coin would cost around $578. Meaning that the entire build, which costs a total of 14,050 gold coins, would cost around $8,125,256 US. Now, the average yearly welfare spending allowance of a single person household, which I assume is just about all League players who manage to move out of their parents' house, is $3,600. This means that it would take a bit more than 2,257 years for a support player living off welfare to complete this build. Since this is considerably longer than the average 30-minute League of Legends game, it makes playing support somewhat non-viable. For your runes, you're going to run a full scaling AP page. This will make up for the lack of AP in the build and give you a hefty shield late game to completely obliterate the enemy team's hopes of killing you. You can also consider swapping out your blues for scaling cooldown reduction so you can shield yourself more often. Don't bother shielding your team, you have to focus on keeping yourself alive because you can't shield anything if you're dead. On your mastery page, you're going to pick up Runic Armor and Courage of the Colossus. While it's tempting to grab wind speakers for the bonus shield size, I never do. It's not worth it to give up your pride as a 7 shield Janna to become a shitty 6 shield Janna. Only plebs play Janna with less than 7 shields, and since 7 is a holy number of completion, this is definitely the way that God intended her to be played. The most important summoner spell is Barrier, for obvious reasons. For the second spell, you can choose pretty much anything that isn't Smite or Ignite. Finally, for the build, you're going to start off with an Archangel Staff. Make sure you pick this up first so you can stack it into a Seraph's Embrace. This is your first shield item. The second item is a Locket. I suggest picking this up second so you can act like a team player when in reality you don't give a fuck about anyone but yourself. As long as you pop it randomly in fights, you'll be able to keep up the team player facade. The next 2 items in your build are Face of the Mountain and Maw. These are 2 additional shield items that increase your chance of surviving while simultaneously decreasing the enemy team's mental stability. The final item that you're going to pick up is the Guardian Angel. If they ever manage to actually kill you, the realization that they'll have to do it a second time will leave them considering whether or not it's too late to abort themselves. For your boots, you're going to pick up Ionian Boots of Lucidity. These will allow you to spam your abilities more often and reduce the cooldown of your barrier. Janna's shields aren't the only thing that makes her the soul-crushing champion that she is. Her Q sends out a tornado in a straight line that knocks up and damages anyone it hits. The longer you charge her Q, the more damage it does, the further it travels, and the longer it knocks people up. You're going to max this skill last because the knock-up duration doesn't increase if you put more points into it. Whenever you take a point in W, it spawns a little bird thing that just floats around and gives you extra movement speed. You can also activate your W to make the bird launch a kamikaze attack that slows the target down. I wouldn't recommend using it this way because it will piss off PETA and cause you to lose the passive movement speed bonus. You'll be maxing this second because it gives more movement speed the more points you have in it, and the faster you move, the easier it is to escape. Janna's E, and the ability that you're going to be maxing first, allows her to shield herself. That's about it. You use it to shield yourself. There are absolutely no other uses for it at all. Her ult pushes away any enemy player in the area and heals any teammate standing on the green circle for a fuck ton. Use this as a last resort if you are about to die. Remember, you can't shield yourself if you're dead. By effectively utilizing all your abilities and all 7 of your shields, you'll be able to make the other team want to quit the game and start up a new game of 6-bullet Russian roulette. You essentially play as if you're playing a normal game of Janna, but with a lot more shields. Just run around doing dumb shit, then laugh when you realize there are no repercussions because you can get out of any situation with your obnoxious kit. If by 40 minutes into the game, the enemy team hasn't died from a stress-related aneurysm, be sure to pull the old 3-and-a-hip down turnaround and win the game. Okay, I'm done. You guys go have fun with whatever you're doing.